Well, we're back again. Another 1v1. This time it's Canada versus PNW. Is this audio? Okay. Oh, it's only coming from the left side because that's the side they're chopping. They're gathering on. It's PNW and Canada. For Canada, TomBombadil playing the Ethiopians. We got some sheep. We got a gray TC. On the other side, Winston Smokehill playing the Khitans in red. He doesn't want to sneak around in gray and hide on the mini-map. He wants to stand out. It is 4 p.m. It's 4:15, something like that, on a Wednesday, on Thanksgiving Eve, and we're on Z Wall. The gimmick of the map, obviously, this neutral wall that neither player controls. It has 1080 HP, and that will not go up as the players progress in age, unlike walls in Arena. It's neutral. It's the Gaia controlled wall. So technically, I guess it's owned by the animals. It's owned by the tigers. Separating these players probably for feudal age, unless we see like a siege work or a siege tower or something. We saw who was it? I think it was Wiggle the Wise try a scout rush to get through it, but it just took way too long to bash his way through this wall, and he ended up, man, I gotta get a new mouse or something. This zoom is freaking me out. And he ended up just building a castle anyways and shooting through while his scouts were attacking the other piece of the wall, and it was faster to build the castle. So this is pretty much just a fast castle type map. We've got Winston on his current favorite civ, the Khitans, just working away on that mill and everything. Khitans newly added about 4 months ago or so now for the Three Kingdoms DLC. New Chinese type, nomadic Central Asian type civ. There's some unique things about them, such as the pastures that we'll see replace their farms. We've seen him play them previously. Do we have to sing for him to come? He's here. He made it, Abraham. He made it. Don't worry. Looks like our frames are all doing good today, so no worries about that. Pushing in these close deer a little bit. Love to see the optimization there. And we'll see if Winston decides to do the same. Going for those lumber camps. Double lumber camp for Winston. He's going for that fast castle build, no doubt. Both players. we got the TomBombadil song in the chat. I wonder if he did that by memory or if he looked it up. Oh, TomBombadillo! Oh man. Yeah, see if TomBombadil. We gotta find the one ring for him to put on. See if it has any effect. See if this is the real TomBombadil. Major thing we're gonna see probably is some castle drops on these. It's like the easiest way to guarantee you're getting through. Unless we see like a fast siege workshop ram situation or even, siege tower could be a thing. I'm just saying. Villagers going out to gold now for TomBombadil, and villagers already on gold for Winston. A couple. And here's the first pasture, which just paints the entire map red, if you can see that in the mini-map. Two villagers working on that. They drop off to the middle of the pasture itself. It's just slightly more efficient. It costs 100 wood instead of what, the 130 that 2 farms would cost or whatever. So, pretty good food income right there. Ethiopians for TomBombadil. We saw him play like 3 Ethiopian games today on ranked for this, so he's prepped. Fast archers, fast firing archers for the Ethiopians. They also get a little bit of extra golden food when they reach the next age foot archers. There's that 18% faster firing bonus. Pikeman upgrade is free. Interesting. Couple of like little minor bonuses, and then this middle one is like the insane one. But you know, siege torsion engines is very good too. Royal Airs, all some solid bonuses here. Outpost plus 3 line of sight and cost no stone. I love that bonus. It just when I play the Ethiopians, I'm dropping outposts left, right, and center, bro. Everywhere. Outpost here, outpost there. You can't see something? Build an outpost. And this is a big map for that because you want to see where and when your opponent is breaking through this wall. Very long wall today for Z-Wall. Also 1 tile up here in the corner. Abraham is really going for it. He is really on that TomBombadil support today. And we love to see it. We're going to need some Winston Smokehill support in the chat too, but it might be too early for his teammates. It's almost too early for me. I have to like go back to work after this game. I hope it doesn't take too long. Market Blacksmith for Gray. Instantly upon hitting Feudal. It's going to be a little faster to that castle age than Winston, but he will... actually, it's 24 vills for each. It's going to be a little bit more idle TC time for Winston. And he is already on that castle. TomBombadil has a mean arena game plan. I've played him before in an arena map on the Winter Bash a couple years ago, back when it was 1v1s only. He did a great job with that fast castle drop. I don't know if that's what we're going to see today. You know, you're castle dropping a neutral wall just to get through. It doesn't feel quite as impactful, but he is locked in right now. He is going to get that 14-minute arena time. He's housed also, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter right now. You're not trying to produce anything at the current moment. On the way to Castle Age. Gonna need to rectify that at some point, but he's bringing in a boar from like the middle of the map. I didn't even realize there were boars out here. And Winston has forgotten about the vast, well, 5 tigers that are guarding this this wall. This wall. Still gonna be housed on reaching Castle Age TomBombadil. I'm starting to be worried he's gonna hear that noise. It's gonna play. We all hate it. I'm not even gonna. I was gonna try to make the noise, but I won't now. The house noise. There's another tiger. There. Is he gonna win? Oh, okay. You're gonna run into more tigers, villager, if you're not careful. Castle Age there. That was a 1435 castle. Very solid. And there's the house. There's the second TC. So it's fast castle into eco for TomBombadil here. I like it. As long as you have vision of the front. Might as well boom a little bit. Winston, fairly practiced at that fast castle build as well. It's going fast castle archers, I guess, or something. We'll see what this range is for. I guess Ethiopians, you see that from Mr. Bombadil, and you're like, okay, well, it's going to be archers. Tom has not made any military or even a barracks yet, so he's not thinking about that right now, but there goes that Vil, as predicted to the tiger, rip. But it doesn't hurt to have the range prepared, right? And third TC also placed for Tom on the back, so loving that eco. He's going to have a little bit, well, I was going to say he's going to have a little bit of an advantage, but town watch for Tom and then no villagers producing out of that second TC. We do have, I mean, casualties of war, casualties of tiger for red, but he is working on getting vision out here. Scout taking out some of those tigers as well for gray, but he does not have any outposts. Skirms trying to kill these tigers is gonna be rough. Run, skirmishers. Okay, there we go. There's 2 more up here. There are extreme difficulty tigers as well. Because you gotta have extreme. You gotta do it. And there's some outposts coming up for TomBombadil. Okay. Eco counts. Tom will be gaining the lead as long as he keeps queuing Vils. And seems like he's remembered to do that now. Second TC for red. We'll see if he goes for that third or if he just decides to boom it out on 2. The lack of stone now from having to build outposts while not being the Ethiopians is going to make it a little bit harder to get more than 2 town centers up right now. Unless you start mining that. But for now, fairly boomy game. Monastery coming up for Tom. He's going to add a monk and take the 3 relics that are on his side. It is 3 relics for each side here. There are strategies. We are playing on standard victory win condition also in this tournament. So there have been strategies in the past on standard win condition tournaments. Fast castle, break through the wall, instantly steal all 3 of the opponent's relics, and then turtle yourself in the back and win by relic. But I don't know if that's really feasible here. Obviously, we don't see anybody attempting to break through the wall here. Really just trying to get vision right now, and both players have done that pretty well. These outposts on the top have not really been placed yet for red, but we're working away at it. The tigers really have been an impediment to both players. Here's another bonus. Oh my! I want to throw up now. I was gonna say here's another benefit of the pastures. You can place them perfectly in a square around the TC, but he's not. He's ruining it now. Delete this, Winston. Delete this pasture. You don't need that. Another 100 wood and it'll be a perfect square. Come on. What are we doing? What we're doing is getting pastoralism, which is the heavy plow version upgrade for pastures. The second farming upgrade. Tom's still no horse collar. I think when you're at this point, you really want to be researching horse collar. He's getting bow saw, so that'll improve the wood collected. But these farms are going to be sucking up a lot of wood. I guess he's low on food, so he's kind of scraping by, producing from 3 TCs, trying to get all these upgrades at the same time. He'll probably get, you know, horse collar, etc. eventually, but right now things are a little tight. Relics coming in. Second layer of walls for TomBombadil on the northern side. Interesting. And we have red. Is he gonna? He's not gonna quite be able to snipe this vill. One more hit on that villager. He's gonna deny an outpost for TomBombadil, I guess. And Winston is buying stone now. Buying stone and mining stone. Okay, he wants another TC instantly. So that's what that purchase was for. And look, he even chopped the straggler in order to place this one perfectly. But like, what is this? It's an insult. But you can see it just like there's just a red blob over here. They need to patch this or something. The minimap is completely covered. I think farms usually they're like semi-translucent. Like they still are showing up on there a little bit maybe, but good grief. Monastery for red now. He's gonna take his relics. And even there's a gate in here. Beautiful. And we're just booming right now. Just booming. Going hard on the blind skirmisher counter unit for Winston. He doesn't know what Tom is going to do. But Tom is playing the Ethiopians. So we can like, you know, barring any mind games, we can kind of assume. Winston is very much assuming. It's going to be archer, it's going to be crossbow. And he's just going straight skirm. He only made 2 though, which I like. He's gauged that his enemy is not going to attack immediately, so he's just kind of getting a couple upgrades here and there, being prepared, but not spending all of his food and wood on units until he actually needs to. There's a barracks for gray. Ethiopians are very good with their archers, specifically with this bonus, but I mean, they also have very strong camels. They also have Shotel warriors, which will do pretty well into skirms. They also have siege bonuses. So Lots of things you can do with the Ethiopians if you know your opponent is blind countering archers. But does Tom know that, and does he care? These two skirms being very annoying. I guess Tom, if he can click on these now and he can like know. He can see the upgrades and he'll be like, okay, this guy got elite skirmisher, he got bodkin arrow. I don't know if anybody around here has time to do that, but you can. And it's gonna be quad barracks for Tom. I wonder if it's because he's seen those skirms that he's gonna not go archers at all right now. What do you do with the... Is it just man-at-arms? Ethiopian man-at-arms? It could be. Very interesting. Or is he expecting Winston to have cav? Because if you're blind countering, like Winston is, if you're TomBombadil over here and you're going to try to counter the Khitans, as Winston drops the 4th TC, incredible. Villager counts are catching up here, but Winston is housed. You're going to expect from the Khitans, you're going to expect step lancers, maybe a lot of scout numbers, probably cavalry, at least to start. They have some strong early castle cav, and there is the first castle. Oh, Tom, he's thinking about it. Where does he want to put it? Change his mind. Oh, where's it going? It's going close enough to hit the wall. It's going close enough. Oh, wait. Not close enough for Winston to see it. He will see the wall being shot, but I don't think he'll be able to see what is shooting it, because it's not shooting a unit he owns. 2 villagers building that castle, and that's going to be with the intent, at least potentially, to break through. And now we have 4 archery ranges. Okay, so Tom just wants options. I don't know if he's decided what to do yet. He is getting like full infantry upgrades though. And he's going to add archery ranges behind those barracks. 84 vills for TomBombadil, 88 for Winston Smokehill. And Winston, I think, the longer this goes, as the Khitans and with his playstyle, it will be better for him, like the longer the game is. 4th TC for Tom. I think TomBombadil's strengths, one of his major strengths is in the timings. He's great at the late game, but he's also really good, as we saw, with that sub 15-minute fast castle, but it hasn't really made a difference, right? We got 92 vills for TomBombadil, 96 for Winston Smokehill. Res collected is going to be in the Khitan's favor. Barely. It's actually even right now. Crazy. I'm gonna bet the Khitans, though, have the food advantage. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, TomBombadil. He's farming like crazy, I guess. You usually expect pastures to be much stronger, but 15 pastures, 42 farms. TomBombadil has not quite doubled the amount of vills on food right now. Maybe 1.5 times. 30, 42. There you go. I did a little bit of math for you. I multiplied 15 by 2. And now here are the siege workshops. So we're getting a lot of upgrades now. And TomBombadil first to click Imperial Age. And he's upgrading every unit type besides the stable right now. And we might see Onager. We might see... The gold is like slightly limited on this map. Like there's not a ton. And you can't easily take your opponent's gold. There's not really a lot of neutral golds. So maybe Siege Onager is not really an option in a 1v1, but we might see it. We might see Onager at least with those Torsion engines. Now a castle being dropped for Winston. He sees the castle, it's shooting his foundation. And he is adding more vills to that foundation. Now TomBombadil might be able to use this Imperial Age timing. He's going to have about, you know, a minute and a half advantage here. We'll see if he hits the trebs or what the plan is. I still can't tell. Iron casting, ballistics. I guess we're... Yeah, no, that's like all the upgrades that he can get for army right now. Let's see. Infantry Yeah, I guess he doesn't have two-handed swordsman. He doesn't have any of those. He's got full halberdier. I think he wants to be able to make like, well, pikeman right now. He wants to be able to make halberdier with good upgrades if he sees cav from red. But red is like very concerned about the Ethiopian arbalist. So he's not really committing to cav. He's committing to like a lot of siege himself actually. Imp about to pop for TomBombadil. He's below in score right now, but that'll jump up again once that hits. Once the investment pays off. There it is. It was like 300, 400 points in score actually. Crazy. Trebuchet is instantly queued for Tom. Lamellar armor in progress for red. That is going to give infantry and skirmishers reflecting 25% of melee damage back to the attacker. So, for example, if you attack the enemy's skirms with light cav, 25% of the damage you do to the skirm will actually also go, well, that will go instead to your own light cav. It's actually kind of a crazy bonus. Treb is out. One Treb. Castle being repaired for Winston Smokehill here, and neither player has broken through yet. I was like, it was weirding me out to see these walls from Tom, but I actually like it a lot. He's narrowed the fight down to like a quarter of the map straight through the middle, and now he's not gonna really have to worry about raids and stuff. So Trebs are firing on Winston's castle. He's getting conscription first and then getting 4 Trebs out after that. I want, like, that to me seems like you're kind of giving up that castle if you're not going to be getting Trebs immediately, but maybe there's no way to save it anyways. Tom only firing with 1 trebuchet is a bit unfortunate, but he's looking for upgrades. He's queuing pikeman. It's going to be pikeman arbalist for his comp. Pikeman arbalist onager. I don't think I like siege onager here. I think it's too expensive, like I was saying. It's not a ton of gold. Let's see, how much does TomBombadil have left to mine? 8,000. Siege onager itself costs 1,000. So like, I don't know. But he's getting bracer, conscription, architecture on the other side, chemistry coming out. I don't think the Khitans can make bombard cannons, but they can make mounted trebuchets. Castle falls for Winston Smokehill, but he's got a secondary castle in the back. Trebuchets targeting the trebuchet from red. And this game could speed up very quickly now. A lot of four of each military building seems like, just about, for TomBombadil. Plenty of military production here for red as well, and he's making a ton of skirms. Now skirm will actually slaughter pikeman or halberdier arbalist. And actually, okay, no, there's more in the queue. Okay. Seeing these onagers now, Winston will be like, oh brother, what is he gonna make now? Do you upgrade the heavy rocket cart? He's researching elite step lancer. He's gonna make a pivot to step lancer to snipe the onagers, but that's gonna be really hard to do if it's down one lane with halberdier in the mix. Steps will also melt to arbalist, so this could be interesting. Might come down to rocket cart v onager. I don't know. Or it could be mounted trebuchets, like I was just mentioning they can make. They are such a strange, it's like double camels and then a little catapult in between them. What were they thinking? Could be used to snipe siege though. Let's see the damage that these guys do. It's actually pretty good. And they're fairly accurate too. Trebuchets all go down for gray. And you gotta start microing these onagers. You gotta worry about like getting sniped, I think, if you're gray. Those mounted camels are actually crazy right now. Castle being fired on by red. And it's all happening here. Onagers will break through the wall. At this point in the game, the wall does not really have... Sorry, Z-wall does not really have a ton of HP comparatively. 1,000 HP only. 1,800 for the stone walls from TomBombadil. More barracks being added. 8 barracks. Does he see does he see something to cause that? He can see so far. Wait, okay, so he can see step lancers. Wow. This guy got town patrol. He is researching siege onager. My goodness. Now he's gonna move in through this one tile gap, and the mounted trebuchets are kind of going crazy. Onagers are dying. What is, they're making like a sort of like, what is that sound? It's like a Molotov cocktail sound when they hit. Now it's pikemen moving in for Tom. He's kind of looking desperate here. I don't know. Feels like he has to make something happen. The pikemen are all gonna die. Step lancers doing good work. Onager research, there's no onagers now on the field. Siege onager research, not really doing anything. And this is kind of Winston's opportunity, I think. Second backup castle now for TomBombadil. The skirmishers seem untouchable, and the gold efficiency for Winston has been much higher so far. Eco count is very close still. Army count though, Winston has much more army on the field right now. Double castle back here being fired upon. I think this castle will just go down. Halberdier running into the breach now. And also some elite showtells, maybe to snipe the trebs, but the step lancers, they might get 1 treb. They have very high attack. Are they? They won't get 2. No, okay. Step lancers do a lot of damage. Showtells have very little HP, very little armor, and it's like Arbalest versus Skirm rocket cart, I guess. It seems like Tom doesn't really know what to do here. He's taking a really inefficient fight right now. All of the Arbalists go down, and he's gonna run out of gold. Well, how are we doing on gold? For Tom, 2,000 more to be mined. For Winston, also 2,500 more. And he has more in the bank right now. And he also has 16k wood. So we'll see. I think showtells with the final armor, with the final blast furnace upgrade. I think, well, let's see. Okay, they are killing the steps pretty convincingly too, but skirms will kill units with very low armor. They kill the treb. Seems like Tom is just stalling for time while he can figure out what to do. Skirm for Tom would be a good idea, I think, yes. Skirm siege onager, maybe something like that. Winston adding in a couple Liao Dao. That's a huge shot from Winston, or from Tom. Oh my gosh. That army numbers just got cut in half. Okay, he's back. Tom is back. TomBombadil has returned. Siege onager actually paying off after all. And now can he... Oh, Treb actually snipes a siege onager there. That was a crazy shot. Now siege onagers will kill that trebuchet, and now it's TomBombadil with the initiative, with the control. Oh, okay, that was a lot of own kills. Oh boy. Did he get, he did, he got torsion engines blast radius increased. Okay, that's crazy. But now we have mounted trebuchets out again to snipe these onagers. Onager gets 1 final shot, kill a couple more skirms, but it's just pikeman v skirm. And that's not good for the pikemen. Random buildings going down on the top for TomBombadil. Maybe Winston wants to open up another gap here, I don't know. But we're just going through a single gap, a couple of Liao Dao just murdering as these pikemen, as these halberdier walk through. And Tom is just not building up an army at all. He's going for bombard cannons, which will also be sniped if he's not careful. And there's also step lancers running in. And the arbalists are running forward. And it's getting pretty tough for TomBombadil to keep up here. All the bombard cannons going to go down to those steps. The mounted trebuchet is so annoying. Winston using them very effectively. Usually you don't see mounted trebs because they're like... Usually they're very bad. See it hit that building? It hit that building for like 150 HP. It's not a good siege unit, but Apparently, if you're playing the Khitans... Oh, what a hit! What a hit! But does it matter? If you're playing the Khitans, I guess you really want to be using those mounted trebs. Now there are none. The siege onagers can fire away again, and Tom gets the upper hand once again. If these siege onagers stay alive, and he might be able to snipe the mounted trebs with his own bombard cannons. If the siege onagers stay alive, he can still win here. It's still very even. Army numbers are in Tom's advantage right now as well. But he maybe needs to keep some pikes around here too. Winston's going to try and move forward, snipe some of those with step lancers. But how's the gold count looking here? I don't think Winston has... No, he has 11 on gold still. Where are they? I want to double click them. Huge shots. The onagers getting revenge on... Wait, that's an incredible moment right there. We need to go back. Where is it? Here we go. Boom! Man, torsion engines. It's crazy. Ethiopians. They're more than just an archer civ that fires 18% faster. They've got siege. Steps running in, but there's pikemen to block the gap. Mounted trebs seem like Winston's only hope here. Tom has 1 on gold. And it's this lady. There's 93 gold left for him. And then he may not be able to make any more gold units. I guess he can sell food and whatnot. Winston still has 11 mining gold, but I'm blind and cannot see. There in the back. Okay. It's like 200 gold left over there. Now we have heavy rocket carts getting hits on the arbalists. Pikeman just running in. He doesn't care. They're trash units. He's just going to send it. And now it feels like Winston, he's falling back. Tom has made it through the gap now. If you can think about it, maybe send some units out here, send some vills, build some production buildings on the other side of the choke point before too many more mounted trebs find their way through. It seems like these onagers might be enough to do the job. They're going to kill the town center very quickly. Winston's selling 500 food, selling 8,000 wood. He is almost out of gold. He's going to nuke the market before Tom gets a chance to here. Winston has more res available to him right now. But can he make the right army? Can he micro in a way to deal with all this? It's just a stream of halberdier. He doesn't care. Tom does not care if his units die right now. Unless they're... I mean, he cares about the siege onagers. That's it. Ultimate Mublarf. This is a wild game. One of the higher level games we'll see in the Winter Bash here. Mounted trebs. Can they do it? Couple more onagers go down. There's only 2 onagers left on the front line, and they're pretty expensive. Mounted trebs sniping units too. I've never seen this unit do so much. It's usually like a joke unit, but it is carrying Winston right now. These onagers just gonna go to, they're gonna go raiding onagers. Yeah, they're from the newest DLC, the Three Kingdoms. They really went a little crazy with the Three Kingdoms DLC, and the reinforcements have stopped with TomBombadil. So he's gonna try and bulk up again, get another wave ready to go. These onagers might die to the mounted trebs. He's trying to dodge. He does for now, but there's a lot of units here. Maybe he can get a big shot on the Liao Dao. Oh, they all died. That's value right there. And more. Torsion engines paying off again. Okay, rocket carts firing, and both onagers do go down now. It's bombard cannons. That might be better in general for Tom. Might be more value. Just to snipe the enemy's siege units. But those onagers, man. They have been doing a lot. Now Winston is back at the choke. He's ready to push back. Tom seems to have stopped all production. I don't know. Okay, he's coming back now. He's requeuing. It's just more pikemen, more skirm. And there's just a couple of random step lancers trying to snipe these bombard cannons. And I think he's going to be able to do it. Mostly. Nope, three alive still. Liao Dao are insane against range, by the way. They're pretty good. Okay, they will die, but they take a lot of shots. And it's these skirms, too. You can't just make our crossbows, right? You can't just make arbalists. 0 halves, more in the queue. 5 siege onagers getting ready to pop out of 4 siege workshops. 1 heavy rocket cart. We're like, I'm just counting now. There's been too much going on. 193 pop for Winston. 107 pop for TomBombadil. How did he turn this around? It looked like Tom had it here. And I mean, this could swing in a moment with these torsion engines. It's down to 180. But Tom just does not have the spears to defend these. Oh! Yeah, okay. He needs to keep these siege onagers alive, but the steps are just enough to take them all down. That's a huge expense for Tom. 2 more are out. The steps do die to the castle. Pikemen randomly up here distracting all the skirms. And now Winston might be making the final push. Tom's still on only 110 population is crazy. It's just because he's making all garbage that's being thrown in the disposal immediately. Besides these siege onagers. Another siege onager sniped. Oh, but he gets value out of it in the final seconds. And I don't know. Maybe it's too late to make light cav. Maybe Ethiopians don't get hussar. They do. That might be the play here for Tom. I would be grasping at straws trying to figure out what to do next, what to switch to if I was Tom. But he's committed to halberdier arbalist. He's forgotten the stable. More onagers coming out. No defense for these onagers. They're just gonna have to do it on their own. And Winston micros this trebuchet up. Game is paused. Is it actually paused or did I desync? Okay. Game is paused. Sec. Winston says 1 sec. Maybe his wrist is cramping or something from microing these mounted trebs. Crazy game so far. And it feels like either player is 1 wipe away. Maybe Winston... Look, let me rephrase that. Either player is 1 big battle away from maybe pushing the enemy's base completely. Winston does have 10k food. While this is paused, we can take a look at the stats. Mublarf is stressed watching this. He's not even in either of the teams here. Food collected. It's actually TomBombadil in the lead. Whoever is talking about Khitan farms, Khitan pastures being broken, hasn't played TomBombadil. The unpause comes through. Even gives him a little countdown. And now we have the stables. Tom had a chance to stop and think. He's going to add stables. But is it enough? Is it in time? I think that's the answer. With lamellar armor. Wait, this side. Khitan silver unique tech. The light cav will take damage while attacking skirmishers. But it's still pretty much the best thing you can do. Light cavalry being researched. He's switching to it now. Husbandry coming in. Bloodlines probably to follow. He doesn't have access to bloodlines. That's rough. And the onagers are holding. They kill all the trebs while I'm talking about techs. And the pop is... I mean, it's 105 to 130 eco. How is Tom surviving right now? And it's hussar for Winston before Tom even has light cav. They'll kill all of these onagers. Siege onagers. Big hits there, man. Torsion engines just it looks so cool when you get a hit. And maybe now the halberdier can actually get value for TomBombadil. I don't know. Winston's still queuing so many skirmishers. Maybe it's time to start thinking about a different unit for him. I don't know, but we'll see. He hasn't really seen the cav switch yet. He's trying to raid now, and Tom is gonna be feeling that eco difference soon. Light cav being spammed. I don't think he has the resources to afford hussar right now. No, he does. He totally does. That mounted treb, like, Molotov cocktail breaking sound is it sticks out to me. It's weird. Yeah, 600 gold, 500 food. So maybe he doesn't want to use the market. The relics are trickling up that gold, but... That's so weird. Are they like throwing like a glass vial or something? I don't know. 15 military to 67 right now. And now Winston does see the light cav switch. Hussar or scale barding armor in. TomBombadil selling food, selling wood. He got... Wait, what did he just... Okay, he's building more siege. Light cav is all he wants right now. Did he get the unique tech for the cav? No, that's... Oh, that's showtells and camels only. More siege being sniped for Tom. There's Hussar research on the way. He's fighting before Hussar, and this does feel like a good fight. He showed that he was making light cav, so it's like at that point before the enemy switches, you might just have to take the fight. Liao Dao are crazy though, and they will kill. There's Hussar. Full upgrades in. Never mind. Only one level of armor in. And we can see... Okay. All the Hussar died. Tom might be stretched thin here. He might be running out of ideas. I don't know. He is fully walled though still. Winston just streaming units in, but we saw this before on the other side. Tom made it all the way here. And then he was pushed back. Because he stopped queuing units for some reason. Halb's taking a good fight. And Tom is switching back to Halberdier. There's a lot to manage right now. Halberdier walking through the light cav there. Not fighting at all, just walking past. Winston forming up maybe the knockout army here. Man, I thought there were several points here where I thought one player was going to win and then the other I thought was going to win, and it just kept swinging back and forth. But now the siege workshops are being taken down. I don't think this siege onager is going to come out. More siege onagers probably being produced into their death here, into this light cav army. And Winston seems to have cracked the army comp now. He's on full trash with a couple of siege units, a couple of Liao Dao mixed in. These onagers just run out into the light cav. They don't get to fire at all. There's one here that's going to find value. Is this castle finally going to die? He's repairing it now. 65 stone in the bank for Tom. Another onager rolls out to the front lines. Light cav Hussar pulled back again to deal with it. Tom just killed his own... He killed his own light cav and not the trebuchet there. That sucks for Tom. I'm sorry. He bought more stone. He's repairing the castle again, but I don't think he can even repair it fast enough. It'll go down here. All the army, the military buildings for TomBombadil being attacked in the north. Besides these stables, and I think you might be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel right now. There's a hole here. Hussar could run through and raid. Onager again being sniped here. I think it got some good value on skirms, but... Now he tries the quick wall. He doesn't... There's still a tile open. It's blocked with your own units. I can't tell. Okay, house goes down. And the light cav, the Hussar are in. I think Tom might have to call it soon-ish, unless he fights to the last man, which is also possible. Winston keeps doing that, to my chagrin. Back at home, it's peaceful. We got some farms. I added a button for this. Ready? Tom says, GG, well played. At 1 hour and 14 minutes in-game. One of the longer 1v1s we've had. And indeed it was well played. Winston takes that game for PNW. Man, well played.
I cannot breathe. My hands will not stop shaking.
Oh man, so it was just a chill out break in the middle there, huh?
Yeah, I actually like I genuinely couldn't breathe. I couldn't hit buttons anymore. I couldn't move my mouse. I couldn't do anything for a second.
Oh man.
Well, good game by him. Oh my gosh, he got so many good splats with those mangonels.
I don't. Yeah, the Ethiopian unique tech gives them extra like
It
radius.
Yeah, it does, and it
Yeah,
screwed me
yeah,
so
it's
many times.
crazy.
That's why I was like freaking out so many times because I was like net zero, like no military whatsoever for time
Mm,
periods
yeah,
because he
yeah.
got so many good kills with those mangonels.
We've got Team Canada versus Team PNW here in the 2v2. The third to last game possibly in the entire Winter Bash here. It's Abraham, Kuyper, and Jordo for Team Canada on the north. Namcap and KingSpillah on the south for Team PNW. And this game comes after an insane 1v1 between TomBombadil, the star Canada player, and PNW Winston Smokehill, their best player. And Winston was very happy to get that win, knocked Tom out of the consideration for this game. But I think PNW is very worried if Canada wins this. Taking it to a game 3, Canada might have a pretty good chance of winning there as well and taking the set. Which, like I mentioned in the pre-game screen, would be very helpful for my own team, SoCal. Would some kind of strange scenario has ended up where it would create a tie, a three-way tie for second place overall, and would allow some tiebreaker games to be played. But PNW wins this game. That's all they have to do to basically secure second place. I think, including having to play a three-way or a 3v3 tiebreaker with Wisco, Team Wisco, which I don't know if they're too hopeful about, but we'll see if Jordo is, or if Joner is available for that one, they might have some problems. But anyways, this game right here before us now, we've got Abraham Kuyper in red playing the Sicilians. We'll see if he does any crazy Sicilian shenanigans. They've got the donjon that they can build starting even in the Dark Age, which is like a tower replacement that can also produce their juiced up man-at-arms type guy, the Sergeant. His teammate is playing the Cumans. Might see a second town center back here on like the gold and the wood from him. Namcap, of course, is the Goths. I think we know what we'll see from the Goths, unless the enemies can throw a wrench in his plans, hoping for a forward castle on that trade workshop into Huskarl spam nonstop, and KingSpillah playing the Mongols. He's been practicing the Mongols on the ladder a little bit. They're probably my top civ, like just because of the flow that they have feels so good. Very nice, like scout rush into cav archers in Castle Age if you want to do that. A couple of different unit types, bonuses that work very well for all that. So we'll see what we see there. Nobody has yet claimed this lower middle trade workshop. We are on Aftermath. If you've watched along so far in the Winter Bash, you'll know what this means. Every player starts with these like weird walls that you can't re-wall the gates. They're like unbuildable gate spots. So basically that means that your entire eco in the middle here, besides the town center area, is kind of exposed potentially. And all the wood is on the outside. And you have these trade workshops that provide a trickle of resources, which basically means if you hold them for long enough, you do not need to mine any gold in order to get to Castle Age. It provides a very smooth, fast castle scenario. So you want to be holding as many of these as possible. Namcap has 3 of them right now. And how are our scouts looking? Do we have any scout fights going on at all? No. Jordo?
Hey, Tyler, by the way,
yeah, what's up?
I'm excited to. I'm hoping to see like a bunch of castles and TCs built near the gold piles. That's more towards the middle.
Towards the middle. Okay, okay.
Like well, just towards the ones that are scattered around.
I feel like people tend to like expand backwards first because it's like safer, but maybe like out Yeah, I don't know. More like defensive like structures outside of the initial starting square, you mean?
Yeah.
It's a good idea. I think that Jordo has picked the humans specifically in order to do that. So it should be good. He'll get a nice safe, potentially safe, second TC spot on the outside. But then, because you'll have 2 town centers, you'll be producing villagers from 2 town centers. You won't have the food really to go up to Castle Age as fast. And he is mirrored to namcap with the Goths. So he's going to have to face up against the man-at-arms and probably the fast castle play from namcap here with the Cuman feudal age. He's going to have a really good eco if he can pull it off, but it's going to be tough. Scout rush coming in for KingSpillah. And yeah, Seth, I'm just going to like yammer and yap the whole time, but if you got any thoughts, feel free to break in.
Well, I was going to say you can stop streaming on disc because I'm in capture age, so.
Okay, cool.
But yeah. No, and I'm looking at Abraham Kuyper's. He's moving out some vills right now.
Okay. Oh, he's like forward. Okay, so we are gonna get the donjons. KingSpillah, he wants to scout rush. He's producing scouts. I think 2 sergeants might be enough to defend these villagers and to build the donjons. I almost died to Abraham Kuyper's donjon rush in a 1v1 this very tournament.
Oh yeah.
So it could be really strong.
So he's got 1 scout. Where's the rest of his scouts?
Still producing, I think. I don't know where his starting scout is here. It's just on the trade workshop right now. So far, team PNW have been very good at holding those trade workshops. This is the time that you really want to be holding on to those. Later on, the trickle that you get from them doesn't scale up, so it kind of becomes a bit less useful. I love the tower choice for KingSpillah. Just trying to stall this out as much as possible. I think that's a good call. But it's hard to like rush down these donjons when you have sergeants that are just there.
Yeah.
So your villagers will all die.
Yeah, they can build them everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. And Abraham knows how to do it too. Okay, he does not really have enough on stone to be spamming them a lot, but we'll see. Okay, with the tower, he might be able to rush this one down. Sergeants are dying. And I think this donjon might die as well. KingSpillah holding on really. Yeah, he's doing a great job. Abraham needs another donjon, but I don't think he has the res for it. No, he does. Dang, that's really good.
Oh, am I seeing that KingSpillah? Is he getting coached right now by Fish Speaker?
I'm like looking in the chat. No, he's not. More villager rush. Now this is gonna be. Is this still in range somehow?
I guess it is.
What is the range of this blue tower? Like this isn't even fletching. Okay, there we go. Still, all trade workshops being held by Team PNW is a huge boost to their eco, specifically at this stage of the game.
Namcap just hit castle right now. He's
you're right.
15%.
He's gonna be unleashed. Second TC is up for Jordo.
Oh.
He's housed right now, or else he'd be producing vills from both. And the vill count is actually 5 in favor of Team PNW still anyways, but it's really down to Abraham's ability to mess with blue here.
Yeah.
Spearmen, you can also produce spearmen out of the dungeons. That's like a fairly recent addition. So that's gonna help him a lot
which
there.
he's doing actually right now.
Yeah. He's also producing from this one. I bet he has select all dungeons. I don't even have that hotkey. That's crazy. Maybe not. Hard to tell. Farming now for red. And the eco count has evened out because namcap is on the way to Castle Age. He can't produce more vills at the moment, but he is heavily on stone, and he's probably going to be able to get that castle up anywhere he wants. He has a scout just like chilling up here, looking for any pressure, and he's not going to see any. And red is, he's roving around. He's prowling. He's going to attack the gate on the wood. That might be a big problem for KingSpillah here. If he gets through. It's only a couple of spears.
Yeah, we'll take him a minute to get through that though.
KingSpillah, he's faced enough annoying hamsters on the ranked ladder to be able to wall behind it if he needs to. Castle Age for namcap. Does he have the stone?
Wow.
He absolutely does not quite. Okay, he needs 50 more stone, but he's soon
By
to
the way,
get
where do I
that
see
castle.
resources?
Is the bottom right like grayed out for you?
No, it just shows the players and their KD and trade and.
You might be able to click on that and change to resources, or it might not let you see that. If
Oh
you're not
yeah,
doing
you
it.
know, you're right. Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's also like this little drop down by their names on the top. A little arrow.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good. Oh, very, very helpful. Thank you.
Spears get taken out by villagers. KingSpillah not afraid. It seems like, yeah. Okay.
And his Vil count is actually a little bit higher than Abraham's too.
30,
so he's doing a
24.
good job.
Abraham has put his all into this like random dungeon placement here, and he's not been able to work, like keep his eco going. He stopped producing sergeants because he was out of gold. He's just now building a gold mine. It's looking a little tough for him, and there's that castle right in that spot for namcap. The flood is about to be unleashed. Does Jordo have what it takes? I'm not so sure. Moving out to stone now himself, and he needs something. He needs Castle Age or something here. It's probably gonna be a
I'm
mix of,
curious to see how he
Husk
deals
Girls
with
and
these.
Spears.
Yeah, with these Husk Girls. Yeah.
2 dungeons.
Husk Girls queued.
One thing that this has accomplished from red, blue not able to do any like raiding, scout rushing that he was kind of planning on doing. He's had to keep his army at home this whole time and kill sergeants. But there's the first Huskarl coming in from the darkness. Surprised that there's been very little contest for these trade workshops. But now what's the play, Jordo? What's the play? He's got 1,000 wood. Not enough food
Some
though.
Spears to fight them.
The spears will die instantly. He knows that infantry, like man-at-arms, is gonna be a pretty good play. TomBombadil, I was watching their chat. I didn't say anything, but TomBombadil gave them some good tips on the Goths, but might be an issue with execution, because I mean it's just so hard to deal with the speed that namcap has achieved here. Scouts are moving out, maybe to Red's wood line now. Maybe they're on auto scout. Nope, they're attacking. Okay. And it seems like Abraham has just completely stopped. I don't know, is he here? Yeah, I think he's just had some it's a little disrespectful of me to check the 8 PM counter there. I think he's just had some real eco problems with this rush. I don't know what happened, but it's been rough. And Team PNW, everything they've been doing is sped up. Okay, yeah, we're just diving the TC with all our Huskarls, I guess. Sure. And it is gonna die
Classic.
eventually.
Yep, classic.
I mean,
about
you got
to die
another one
right
as the
now.
Cumans, but like, oh no, is he
Oh,
gonna repair it?
yeah.
You might be able to just repair. You have the
Yeah,
wood.
it's
You have
over.
1,600 wood. Oh nope, it's
done.
dead. It's dead. Fall back to the next TC. The food income is dropped to nothing. Villagers dying on the wood line here for red as well, and these towers, they've just done nothing, unfortunately. The counter tower from blue was so good. Abraham says GG, well played to his teammate. Jordo falling back to a wood line here. He did get a siege workshop up. With the Cumans, you're allowed to do that in feudal age, but all you can make out of it is regular rams, so not too useful unless you're prepping it for the castle age timing. But yeah, Abraham, the reason they're not saying GG back is because you need to put a little star in before your message, or else they won't see it. It's not BM, I swear. He garrisons. Scouts fall back to kill a random villager. These guys are trapped in the corner. Namcap says GG, well played. And that's the game.
Wow.
That was so fast. 25 minutes in and out.
That was a little scary, honestly. A little having on my toes there.
Hey,
Kinda
you did
cheesy.
like exactly the
Oh,
right
wow.
thing there, though. Very well done with that tower. The
Dude,
counter
I told
tower.
him I was the one who made that call.
It was like the perfect position too, where you
Yes.
could shoot anything
Okay,
that was like
you did the
underneath the
position.
other one. Yeah, it was so good.